Peace to everybody. This is about hurricane hunters flying into Gulf storm, likely to form into a hurricane by week's end. And of course, as you know, I am keeping an eye on the earthquakes, but now I'm going to be doing the hurricanes as well because it's hurricane season. It started from June 1st and it doesn't end until November 30th of this year. So there's going to be a lot of coverage of these hurricanes and what I could find on them, and so I'm going to keep an eye out for this one as well. Hurricane hunters are gathering data about a tropical disturbance brewing in the Gulf of Mexico, a storm that is expected to form into a low-level hurricane by week's end. So the hurricane hunters, they're gathering data and it's brewing in the Gulf of Mexico right now, and of course, you know, by the week's end it's going to be a low-level hurricane at that time. Pilots and crew members aboard a Lockheed WC-130 nicknamed Super Hercules left Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi around 12:30 p.m. to gather data for meteorologists trying to determine the system's path and intensity. The storm is expected to take shape in the Gulf later Wednesday or Thursday and could make landfall as a hurricane along the Louisiana-Texas border late Saturday, according to the National Hurricane Center. And so the pilot and crew members, they're aboard a Lockheed WC-130, and of course it's nicknamed Super Hercules. They're trying to determine the system's path and intensity, so they're trying to figure out where will it go since it's forming around the Gulf of Mexico and that. So, and of course, by the week's end, it's probably going to be landfall along the Louisiana-Texas border late Saturday. So it all depends on where it's going to be at. The storm is expected to become a cyclone in the next 48 hours, according to the National Weather Service. The National Hurricane Center predicts the storm will turn into a tropical depression Wednesday or Thursday and into a named storm. Thursday evening is expected to form into a Category 1 hurricane Saturday morning. So the storm is expected to become a cyclone in the next 48 hours. So, you know, I mean, with everybody down south and that, everybody needs to take precaution immediately because, you know, these hurricanes, they could be dangerous. It will tear up the house out of the ground and everything. It will destroy your house and everything in it. So it's never safe to be in a hurricane when it's coming. Don't stay in a house. If you have a basement, fine. If you have an outdoor basement, please get there because, you know, these hurricanes are very dangerous. While landfall is expected to be east of Houston, the Bayou City could still be hit with heavy rains and high winds. The National Weather Service gives Houston a 60% chance of tropical storm speed, winds up of 39 miles per hour or greater. Yes, so there is still a chance that landfall is expected to be east of Houston, the Bayou City. So, you know, I mean, the National Weather Service gives Houston a 60% chance of tropical storms, and it could be 39 miles per hour or high or greater. So, whatever you do, please take precaution. Please get everything that you need and go hide somewhere when these hurricanes are coming. Go to a shelter somewhere, anywhere that you can be safe at. Predicted rainfall totals barely reached 2 inches through the weekend in the greater Houston area, although rainfall total predictions are highly contingent on the uncertain storm path. Predicted rainfall totals barely, so it could be 2 inches through the weekend. It all depends on how the rainfall is going to be. We are not out of the woods, the Weather Service said, adding that recon flights are expected to investigate the system this afternoon. So, yeah, so they're not out of the woods yet. But flights are expected to investigate the system. Now is a good time to take a look at your hurricane preparedness plans and be ready to implement them over the next couple of days if a system does indeed form and threaten the upper Texas coast. So yeah, so now is a good time to prepare yourself. Plan everything. Gather what you need. Gather first aid kits, extra clothes, anything that you can get to, because this is not going to be a pretty sight to deal with at all. Whatever evolves in the Gulf over the next couple of days will likely make landfall Saturday in the form of a tropical storm or a hurricane, the Weather Service says. Yeah, so the Weather Service is saying that it will likely make landfall Saturday in a tropical storm or a hurricane. It all depends on which one is going to be first. The system could produce hurricane force winds across portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, and the upper Texas coast, according to the National Hurricane Center. It also has the potential to drop heavy rainfall from the upper Texas coast to the Florida Panhandle. So yeah, all those around the Gulf and that, it can happen. So it is force winds across portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, the upper Texas coast, Texas coast to the Florida Panhandle. So it's developing there pretty good, but you must take precaution. Prepare yourself at all times for these hurricanes and do what you have to do. Get everything ready. Get flashlights, batteries, radios, blankets, dry clothes, extra shoes, whatever you need. Get them ready now, because because with this coming, it's going to be very dangerous, and you must go to a shelter when the hurricane is getting close to you, so you don't get swept up by the hurricane, because it is known to pick up everything in its path and just toss it wherever it wants to. Leave your comments below. I am out.